really gonna fantasy football while we do this?
Yep. It's Sunday.
Sunday.
Am I really gonna fantasy football while I'm doing this? Obviously.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are...
Wait, it's our channel
It's
now?
our channel. Irma Burst, Jerf and Dermer.
I'm just cameo.
Anyways, today we're going to be doing our...
Guest appearance.
Yeah. Our October wrap-up and our November to be read. So...
I'm thirsty.
First book that I read in October was Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Everybody loves this book, but I didn't think it was super fantastic. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, but I think it's leaning more towards like 3.5. Just, I don't know. I found it really slow up until the middle, and then it got really fast, and it was really cool, and then I just thought it was kind of dumb at the end. So I wasn't a huge fan, but I did like it. So that was my first book. There.
First book I read. What do I have to say? What I thought of it?
Yeah.
It's like the first time I've ever done this. First one I read, Ted Dekker, white graphic novel. It's I don't know. I hated the book, so obviously I didn't like the graphic novel that much. It was decent.
What'd you give it?
3 out of 5, I think.
Alrighty.
It's 8.
Right. The next book that I tried to read in October was The Shining by Stephen King, right here. And I got about halfway through, and I then became terrified and could not finish it. I was literally, could not sleep. I was having nightmares.
This is actually true.
I couldn't even look in the mirror. It was really hot in our bedroom one night, and I was so thirsty, and I needed a drink, but I was too afraid to go get a drink, so I just suffered instead. So yeah, I will finish it eventually.
No,
but I'm just really scared of it. So
you see her watching a scary movie. It's a book. She can't even get through a scary book.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Fight Club. Chuck. I have Palahniuk. Don't ask me if that's correct. Actually, one of the rare instances where I saw the movie first, and it was actually pretty dead on. It was good. I love Fight Club the movie, and I like the book a lot. If you've seen the movie, you read the book. It's pretty much the same thing. Nothing like the usual shenanigans that goes on in the movie book world.
Speaking of which, we went to go see the Enders Game last night, the movie, and it was amazing. I haven't read the book, but Jeff did.
Yeah, it was pretty good. They did a good job. There's a couple things that bugged me, but it was just the book condensed. It was just quick.
But they didn't change a lot. So
yeah, it was good though. Good job. I'm impressed. But the book's amazing.
It was amazing.
It's a really good book. It's an amazing book.
The next book that I read in the month of October was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell.
You always struggle with that.
Yes, I do. This is a hard name to say. I read this book for the Chicklets Book Club, which I will link our Goodreads account down below. And yes, this book was amazing. I absolutely loved it. 5 out of 5 for sure. I liked it just as much as I liked Eleanor and Park. It was fantastic. I think Rainbow Rowell is now one of my favorite authors. I loved it.
Me? All right, next book. Jerry Seinfeld. Sign Language. Actually, it's not really a book, per se.
It is a book. I can see the pages.
Well, no, but it's just his jokes. It's what it is, his little bits and stuff. It's actually pretty funny. If you like Seinfeld, I'm a huge fan of Seinfeld. Jamie hates it.
Hate it.
Which is the most outrageous thing I've ever heard in my life, because Seinfeld is one of the best shows, if not the best show ever.
Erroneous.
Anyway, if you like Seinfeld, a lot of the skits and stuff and, the scenarios that happen in Seinfeld are his bits in this book. It's pretty decent. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5.
You say scenario.
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 I think it's like tomato, tomato.
Tomato.
Potato, potato. You're looking for something funny and have a good little go. This is what you're looking for!
You hit home with that one. I don't know. After I read Fangirl, because there's this whole thing with the Simon and Baz characters who are supposed to be the Harry Potter of their world, so I was really in the mood to read some Harry Potter.
I like your sweater.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so I reread Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Wait, and you said it was only the second time you read it?
This is only the second time I've read it. I read this when it very first came out. That's the last time that I've ever read
the worst English I've ever heard.
What?
Say that again?
I read this the first time that it came out.
There you go. That was much better.
What did I say before?
We'll have to go through the tape, but I think you were off.
Go through the tape. No tape.
Rewind it.
Okay.
Where's the editor?
That's me. So this is my first time rereading Harry Potter, and I mean, it was amazing. And I loved it, and then I got in a super Harry Potter mood, and then we couldn't find this movie, so we watched Chamber of Secrets, which was just as good. 5 out of 5, obviously. Love Harry Potter. If you haven't read it, then I don't know what you're doing with your life.
I read another graphic novel, Sandman, by Neil. I think it's
Gaiman.
It's Gaiman.
Yeah.
Okay, Neil Gaiman, Sandman. Really dark, awesome stuff. I'm getting into the graphic novels.
I want to read it.
The art in it's amazing. It's one of the best I've seen. It's really good. 5 out of 5.
Ta-da. Hope that wasn't a spoiler.
Nah. Definitely give it a go. If you like graphic novels, I think it's one of the best of all time. I don't know, but
a lot of people like
sure.
Neil Gaiman too, so.
Yeah, looking forward to reading the rest of them.
Awesome. Next, I'm going to talk about 2 audiobooks that I listened to, just because you said Neil Gaiman, and that made me remember that I listened to Coraline by Neil Gaiman on audiobook this month, and it was really good. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It was just a really cute story. It wasn't anything like spectacular, but I definitely thought it was really cute for Halloween. And then I also listened to Twilight by Stephanie Meyer on audiobook while I was driving home to Nova Scotia, because I had like 12 hours worth of driving. Anyways, that was just like a reread for me, something easy to listen to, and yeah. So those are my 2 audiobooks.
Next one I'll mention is Robopocalypse. I got called out on Goodreads by Gary. He was like, hey man, Robopocalypse, do it up. So I was like, alright, fine, Gary. You win.
You win, you always do.
So I read it, and it's awesome. If anyone out there has read World War Z, it's pretty much the same concept, just play zombies with robots. But yeah, it's really good. 5 out of 5. Got through it pretty quick because I could not put it down. I feel like a lot of people might not have heard of it before, so definitely look into it. It's worth it. Jeff Beal, stamp of approval.
The next book that I read was Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendar Blake. I absolutely love this book. It was like just the perfect amount of creepy. Going from The Shining, which was way too creepy, this was like perfect for me. Love the story, love the characters, and I really want to get the sequel, which is Girl of Nightmares, I think. But I loved it. The writing is like written in blood red, which is kind of cool. It reminds me a lot of Supernatural, so if anybody watches that show, you will like that book.
I didn't read this whole book, but I read half of it. Oak Island Gold. So I'm not going to get into the background of story of Oak Island, but if you want to look it up, Google it, Oak Island Treasure.
Oak Island Mystery, whatever you want.
Oak Island is an island close to where we used to live in Halifax. It's got some pretty cool history in terms of a potential treasure that's buried there, and I've always been kind of interested in it. This book's just kind of a history of that fact. If you're interested in pirates and pirate treasure, look into it. It's pretty cool. Look it up, Oak Island
Gold. The last book that I read in the month of October was, of course, Allegiant by Veronica Roth, which is the final book in the Divergent trilogy. And first of all, I don't understand why people were so disappointed with this book, because I absolutely loved it. 5 out of 5 for sure. A fantastic ending to the best series I've ever read in my life, besides Harry Potter.
What about Hunger Games?
This is better than Hunger Games. It's at least, it's maybe just a little bit better, if not just tied.
We are getting some people fired up out there. They're like, oh my god!
If you haven't read this series, then you really should. But all I have to say about the ending and the big twist and everything that everyone is so mad about, I think it is exactly what needed to happen. If you know the characters, it was perfection in a book, and it was
perfection.
Real. It was perfection. It was real. It's what needed to happen. If you know the characters, then that's exactly how everything should have happened.
You're going to cause so much of a stir.
People
are going to be firing at you.
People are like hating on this book, and it was amazing. Like, just because something heartbreaking happens, it was perfect. I loved it. I loved it. I loved everything about this book. I loved it! It's really amazing.
I'm just really liking the face I'm making right now.
Ew, mine's grosser than yours.
Yeah.
I look like I got too much Botox.
Like, this is like what would happen if we
got Botox.
Pulled all our skin back. We're like,
I got plastic surgery to make myself look really pretty.
I wanted to tighten up my skin and get rid of the wrinkles.
No wrinkles.
I have 0 wrinkles in my face.
Nah.
Should we do drum roll for my next one? My next book, saving the best, not the best for last, but the most anticipated. Because everyone's like, oh my god, this book's amazing! And I finally gave in to Jamie. She asked me to read it 200 times.
Yeah.
Maze Runner by
Maze Runner.
James Dashner. The Maze Runner!
The Maze Runner.
It was really good.
You really enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Who was right?
I did.
was right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What did you rate?
I don't think there's anything I can say that hasn't already been said about it. You're fans too. Like, I feel like the
subscribers, they're not fans.
Whatever. It's
good.
You probably don't have any fans.
You're my fan.
I wonder how many people there subscribe just for me.
Don't answer that question.
I want to know a percentage.
It'll hurt my feelings.
Yeah, but it'll boost mine. Confidence. Competition.
Anyways, Jeff loved The Maze Runner just like I knew he would, so.
You didn't know I would.
Yes, I did. I knew you would love it. That's why I recommended it.
No, you didn't.
So that is all that we read in the month of October. We're moving on to our November to be read. So.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot one of my books.
Okay, go. Weird when the video's still on me and you're not here. I feel like I have to entertain people.
Oh, of course. The girl knocked over the water. It dumped it all over my book. Ah!
She's mad at the cats.
Look.
The book's wet.
Your cat did that. No. Okay, so my face is really white and glowing. Moving on to our November to be read. Right now I am currently reading Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. This is the book choice for the Chicklets Book Club for the month of November, so if you want to hop on that train, once again, I'll have our Goodreads page linked down below, but we'll be having a live show at the end of the month. Myself, Beth from BethJune327, and Whitney from Books Our Love Times 3, and possibly Heather from Bookables as well, if she would like to join us again. Oh. Yes, this is what
I want in. I want in on the group.
You don't.
Why?
You don't read this kind of
Rude. Book. You know what? I should get a bunch of dudes together and we can have our own book club.
Do it.
Boys book club.
Go for it.
We'll read boys books.
I hope you do.
First book, I'm reading it right now. I want to reread Catcher in the Rye, J.D. Salinger.
What are the cats
Carl's
getting into?
knocking so much junk out.
Okay. The next book that I'm going to read, hopefully in the month of November, is The Death Cure by James Dashner, which is the third and final book in the Maze Runner trilogy, not including the prequel, The Kill Order, but I just really want to finish this series. So yeah, I'm going to read that one this month.
Oh, we have a friend coming.
Hello. Aren't you okay?
Oh, hello! He's looking at me in awe. Ooh, who's that? I'm going to read Tuck Everlasting. Again, I've already read it, but I'm going to do it again because it's going to take me all of 5 minutes. I haven't seen the movie.
Me either.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. The next book that I'm going to read in the month of November is This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen, and this is the book pick for her book club, which is the Sarah Dessen Book Club. This is the pick for November, so of course I'm going to read this one. A book about stuff, probably love and stuff.
I booked Jared, Catcher in the Rye, and this next one. They're the only two I booked Jared, the rest I picked myself. The Outsiders, S.E. Hilton. Hinton. Hinton? Hilton. Hinton. Hinton.
Nobody knows.
Tintin.
Ring Tintin.
S.E. Tintin. I'm getting a bunch of little books, so I'm going to friggin' kill it this month.
Crush it.
I'm going to crush these books.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Nothing gold can stay.
Alrighty, so the next book that I am planning to read is A City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare, which is the fourth book in the Mortal Instrument series. I am slowly working my way through this whole series. I thought the first two books were kind of like, but I love the third book, so I'm hoping I love this one too.
I'm going to read War of the Worlds, H.G. Wells. Really into the old classics this month, it seems. Honestly, the last 3 books I showed, I should be able to hammer out in about 3 days. So. Next
book that I'm going to hopefully read is The Darkest Minds by Alexandria Bracken. And I want to read this because everybody has read this and everybody loves this. And people are saying that if you finish reading the Divergent trilogy and you want to get kind of caught up in something like that again, then to read this. And the second book just came out, which is Never Fade. So I would really like to get to this book.
I've been trying to avoid series.
Series.
Because I feel like I've been reading a lot of series.
Seri.
Yep. And do another one that's been long overdue. I'm going to start The Hobbit.
That's not a series.
Yes, it is.
The Hobbit.
Well, oh, you know what I mean. It kind of is.
It's a prequel to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but it's a series. Technically. Anyway, I'm going to read The Hobbit. J.R.R. Tolkien.
I read it. I loved it. Okay, so the next book that I'm hoping to read in November is Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, which is a pretty short book. And I'd like to read this so I can watch the movie because I think the movie looks really cute.
My one graphic novel for the month I'm going to read, V for Vendetta.
It's a big one.
Alan Moore, David Lloyd.
That is a huge graphic novel.
I've seen the movie. Love the movie. It might be in my top 10.
I don't like the movie. I saw the movie in the theater when it came out. And I'm pretty sure I fell asleep.
What?
You only like it because Natalie Portman's in it.
I hate Natalie Portman. She's not as beautiful as you.
That's a lie.
Come on. Every video I get some sort of hair in my mouth.
The last book that I'm planning on reading in November, getting ready for Christmas because I'm already so excited, is going to be Skipping Christmas by John Grisham.
It's Grisham.
Grisham. So yes, I bought a bunch of, well not a bunch, but holy crap, this is a $22 book. Look how little this is. I obviously did not pay $22.
You know who John Grisham is, right?
He writes a ton of books.
Yeah, they're all like law-based.
Yeah.
Runaway Jury.
Oh, I love that movie.
That's John Grisham. Have you read the book?
No, I haven't. So this is what I'm going to read in November to get ready for Christmas, and then I have 2 more Christmas books that I'm hoping to read in December, but yay. Dun.
Coming slowly in from my left.
That's what she said.
The Scorch Trials.
The Scorch Trials.
Is this James Dashner? Oh, it is. James Dashner, book 2.
And I'm going to read book 3.
Fortunately, hate to admit that I really liked the first one, so...
Hercules.
The ending in Maze Runner was like... mind exploding.
And the beginning of the Scorch Trials, I feel, is just like that.
People know what I mean.
If you read it, yeah.
Like, you go from one spectrum where you're like, oh my god, and then you're like, what?
The epilogue in the first book is... it's like mind-blowing.
Yeah, I was like, this is shenanigans.
Oh.
Shenanigans! This has been like my first like semi-serious video.
I know.
I'm not funny today. I don't know.
It's because we ate too much.
Yeah, we just ate a lot of food.
We still have chocolate cake in the fridge.
No, you have chocolate cake.
I'm gonna eat it all. So that is all that we have for our October wrap-up and our November to be read. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will leave all of our links down below for Goodreads and
there's not enough
Twitter.
Not enough people follow me on
Pinterest,
Goodreads, by the way. I put tons of reviews on there.
Jeff actually does do like legit reviews of books on Goodreads. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Get in there!
Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And we hope to see you again soon. Say goodbye, Jeff.
Later days.
Bye.
Oh, my dear, I went for...
Delete it.